Hello and welcome everyone. I'm a squared gamer, and we are back with another day of Crusader Kings 3. Um there it is. Bit of an OBS snafu there, but Crusader Kings 3. Before that, I don't know if you guys can hear the desktop sounds. I think you can. But yeah, I had my mouse and my keyboard still plugged in from last night. I ended stream and then just left the stream room without really doing anything. So right now what I'm doing is I am unplugging my keyboard. I have already unplugged my mouse. The keyboard did not make a ding. The mouse did, but the keyboard did, and I wonder why. That music is loud, so I gotta change that as soon as I finish. Did I break this? Oh. I think I did. Oops. Yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, no, it's not broken. I thought I broke something for a second there, but everything is good. Okay. So now we wrap the wire. And we toss the wrapped wire into the drawer. And now we lower the volume because that is loud in my ears. I don't know if it's loud for you guys, but it's loud in my ears. So then let's get right into it because it's going to be a quick stream today. So let's try and get as much action as possible. Again, the sun just set like 10-15 minutes ago. And I am not starting stream while the sun is still up because it is way too hot up here. Although I keep complaining about the heat, I'm sure some of you guys watching me live in areas that are way hotter than where I live, but the way I feel is all relative, right? If it's cold all the time where you live, then even a mildly warm day will feel extremely hot to you. And if you live in the middle of a desert, then, you know, those temperatures are something you get used to. But to catch up on what happened last time, we're still in a war with these guys. We're not really doing anything at the moment. We're just letting the ticking war score go up little by little. I could finish this war quickly by just sieging out the rest of this kingdom. Is my nephew still unmarried? He is. Or I could declare war on these guys, raise my army, and then take care of both of them at the same time. I could do that. Could I do that? I can. It would cost me 78 prestige, but they only have 200 soldiers and no allies. Yeah, so let's go ahead and declare that war. And then we have one scheme available to us. Was there anyone I needed to kill or kidnap? I don't think there was. They don't have any gold. Ooh, this one has 165 gold. Did I already... She looks familiar as if I have already fabricated a hook on her, but I have not. It's easy, but it's not very easy. So let's go with success chance agents. And now 109 days per phase. Her own spy master reduces that by 50, but not always. Yeah, so she ended up reducing it by 43. Yeah, she reduced it by 43. She'd be a 50 thief, a 47 diplomat, and a 50 outcast. Yeah, so even if it's only 43, that would still be the best available. So she'll be the infiltrator. And then from these 3 success chance agents, I only need 60%. Divided about among the 3, that's an average of 20 from each. So let's see, the best thief is Prabhavati, young tenant Yamadevi, and a neighboring ruler at 21. If we go to diplomats, Lobsang is at 26, Prabhavati, Sangye. The neighboring ruler is at 22 here. Okay, and then for the outcast, Siyama Devi, my wife. Okay, so the diplomat will be the neighboring ruler. Ooh, I don't know if you guys just heard that or not. There was an explosion. Yeah, let's go with the neighboring ruler. He'll be the diplomat. Oh, it's fireworks. Okay, there's fireworks going off outside my window. Now we need 38. So the thief can be... not anyone who's not in my court. So then let's see. The best thief would be Prabhavati at 25. The best outcast would be my wife at 25. And I'm not going to use my wife. So then Prabhavati will be the thief. And now we need 13 from the outcast. In which case, let's see if I cannot use someone who's not of my court. We have this wandering guest. Or they used to be a guest and now they're wandering, but for some reason they still appear on my list of usable people. I've used them before as the outcast. I'll use them again. Kiang it is. So that's at 95%, 2 months. So in 66 days, I'll be able to execute it. In 46 days, I'll be able to execute this one. And in the meantime, we will raise our army again. Where's my army flag? There it is. Let's move that closer to my target. We'll put it right here in Yashipan and raise my entire military. Actually, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Let's raise them all. Where did those 1,800 soldiers come from? Fong is discovering secrets in my own court at the moment. She's my spy master, and she's uncovered a secret held by my nephew Zappa. He seems to be harboring doubts about the Ari doctrine. What would the Sangha say? Okay, the sign of a weak soul. He's a non-believer. He's got 32 gold, so can I blackmail him? 100% chance he'll accept. Now, where did all these soldiers come from? 1,800. The game told me you only had 200 soldiers. So it's a good thing I decided to raise all. Because they're coming straight for me, which is exactly what I wanted when I raised them so close to the border. Because it shouldn't take too long. Although it says it'll gather 3 months left. It shouldn't take that long to raise all my armies. So I gained a blackmail hook on him. And then if I demand payment, I can get an extra 10 gold. He got a minus 15 opinion of me because I blackmailed him, but he's still at plus 70, so that's fine. We'll take that 10 gold. And then you know what I can do? I can call Boss Kunzang here. in my war and calm, and then I can have her siege this place out because this place has very little soldiers, and then I'll handle Trandam myself. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. She can handle this place down here, and then I'll handle these 1,800 soldiers from Trondheim. She finished finding secrets. She's finding secrets again. Meanwhile, I'm surprised it's taking this long. Oh, there's 1,900. And then that's Kunzang here, my niece. Yes, my niece. Agreeing to join in my war. Excellent. And now that I have 1,900, I have the better commander. So if I were to go there... What do you mean they're defending a river crossing? Is this red line covering a river? Oh yeah, there's a river right there. But they're not the ones defending. I'm the ones defending. Oh, I guess they'll get there first. Okay, then never mind. We'll just stay standing still and have them attack me. Now it looks like they're running away, so let's go. Yep, no longer defending a river crossing. But now, instead of defending in mountains here, in hills here, they'll be defending in mountains here. But that's fine. Let's cut them off. I gained a level of devotion. I'm known for my dedication to my faith. Yes, so now I'm a devoted servant, which is the 4th of 6 levels. Except the first level is sinner, and it counts as level 0. So even though it's the 4th of 6 levels, it's technically level 3. And then this will be level 4, and the final one will be level 5. Because the first level is level 0. So yeah, that happened. I'm getting messages. Why? Yeah, let's just... Where's my ally? Where did they raise their army? Oh, they're right here. They're gathering here. Okay, so they haven't been raised yet. In the meantime, I have 2,000 soldiers raised of my max 2,500. So let's see if we can't cut these people off. Oh, they're waiting for me here because they're defending in the mountains. Meanwhile, this scheme has 5 advantages, so we can execute it. Seize the moment. Ooh, let's censor that. Let me put my mouse right over that. Give as much censorship as possible. A compromising situation. Okay, so when she was naked while she was changing or something in her own room, we sent in a troop of jugglers, and then we made sure there were enough servants around to see her entertaining the jugglers in her room while she was naked. And now she will do anything to prevent me from spreading rumors. And so that is a manipulation hook that I have on her. She has 426 gold. So let's take 50 of that off her hands. And now we have a hook slot open. Who shall we go to next? Charkleek. 56 gold. I don't think I've attacked this duke before. It says it's easy. So let's... Ooh, 5 months. Should we focus on success chance? Or should we be balanced? I'll focus on success chance for now. Even if I'd much rather have it succeed than have it be fast and fail. So let's see. The infiltrator will be my grandson. That'll take 29 days off the 109. So now it's 80 days per phase. And then the thief, Yongchen and his steward, the diplomat, Lobsang and Kiradiva. And then the outcast, Siama Devi. and his steward, which is a 21 outcast, but as a thief, he's a 22. So his steward will be my thief. And now I need 38 from the outcast and the diplomat. Let me see if there's anyone not of my court, and if there's not, then I'm just gonna have to do it by myself. His caravan master is a 19 diplomat. So let's see if he appears on the outcast list. He was a 19 diplomat. And he is not on my list. I'm dropping frames. Did my stream go down? Let me refresh here. Now it looks like my stream is still up. Okay. I dropped a few frames. I wasn't sure if I crashed or not. But it doesn't look like I did. Okay, so the guy that we were looking at appears on the diplomat list, but not on the outcast list. So we will use him as the diplomat. The caravan master. This guy's caravan master will be my diplomat. And then that means I need 19 from the outcast, which is more than enough. The question is, which one of my courtiers do I want to use? This lady is the Princess of Wu, right? Oh, no, she's not. But she's married to Darafang, who refuses. So I'll just use his wife instead. That's what you get for refusing. She'll be the outcast. That's at 95%. I'll be able to execute it in 80 days. Meanwhile, this scheme has 2 weeks before I can execute it. And my military has 3 weeks before it can start this battle. So we'll execute this scheme first. There it is. We can execute it, seize the moment. And we've seen this before. We just, rather than fabricating some intricate scheme, we just threatened her. Give me a hook or else. So that makes me gain 41 dread. But my dread has been maxed out for a long time because of these continuous fabricated hook schemes. And so I don't have to worry about that. However, I got lucky because it gave me a strong hook. She really took my threat seriously. But she only has 17 gold. How did that happen? Didn't she have a bunch of gold? Where did all your gold go? You're not at war at the moment. I don't know where all your gold went. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to wait for her to build up to 50. That's unfortunate. And now these guys are running away from me, but I should be able to catch them. Yeah, I'll be able to catch them. Let's figure out who to scheme against next. She's in debt. Her co-monarch has 131 gold, so let's do this one. It's very easy, so we'll be balanced about it. Will we be balanced about it? We will be balanced about it. Let's fabricate a hook on the co-queen of Hongliu Yuan. Oh, she's in this little place here. Okay. Which is a part of Guiyi. Guiyi. Okay, so Prabhavati appears in both. And then Lopsang would be the other one. No, my champion and Prabhavati, which means I probably should have focused on success chance, not balanced. about her count? Can I bribe him? No. Hefty bribe would be 100. That'd be worthless. I could offer him a hook on me. Oh, that's her husband. Or I could pay 225 prestige. Yeah, it's not worth it. So let's just use the two best agents, Siyama Devi and Prabhavati. That gets me to 83%. That's why it was not worth it to be balanced. And then we'll use Lobsang as the infiltrator. And the footpad will be Kitty Varman. And then we will be able to execute it in 2 months. That was a mistake though. We should have gone with success chance. That's why I kept going with success chance. I know better. I knew better, and I still did it. That was my mistake. That we will let run in the background because in the meantime, a battle is about to begin. Oh, and my niece's adventurers camp just rose up. They're supporting my armies, which isn't what they should be doing. They should be sieging this land out. But yeah, this battle's about to begin. Oh wait, my spy master found another secret. Held by my daughter, Liwer. Oh, she's a non-believer. Thema. My brother-in-law taught Takma here, my son, the North Dravidian language. Nazila's son. North Dravidian is what? Thema is what? He's Brahui, which is an Indo-Aryan heritage. Which is over here. Yeah, I thought so. Indo-Aryan means India and Iran. So it's all the way over here. How did I get him? And they speak North Dravidian. Okay. We have zero acceptance between our cultures because we're so far apart. That's weird. With the trust, what does that mean? Swimming romantics around the world talk of how you never go any. Oh yes, I have a lock of my lover's hair. The battle is about to begin. Surely. What? They actually got away from me? This scheme just gained 5 advantages. Well, it's at 83%. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait. And I'm going to wait until I have 10 advantages before I fabricate. No, you know what? That's not worth it. It's a waste of time. Let's just go for it now. Even if it has only an 83% chance. I threatened her. I gained some dread, which I already maxed out at. And it's a strong hook. So I can use it again in 5 years after using it once. So let's get 50 gold from her, and I will see you again in 5 years. If I'm still alive. 5 years might be pushing it for me. 67 in poor health. However, I do have the Know Thyself perk, which means that when Death of Natural Causes is 1 year away, I will receive a warning. The game will give me a pop-up message. The battle has finally begun, and yep, I outnumbered them, and I have the better commander, so of course I'm getting the advantage. And it looks like I'm countering their light horsemen as well. So yeah, that should be an easy win. Torcelli has come of age. My tuition of her is at an end. Always the curious and knowledge-hungry child. Tortelli has shown an affinity for scholarship from an early age. An avid learner, she has become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven herself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. Ho ho, 3-star. Astute intellectual. They grow up so fast. And so that gives her learning +6. Currently her learning is at 12, but she's about to lose the pensive personality because that's a childhood personality. So she'll lose it, which means she'll lose the +1 bonus, but she'll gain Astute intellectual, so she'll gain a +6 bonus, which means in total it'll be +5 that she'll gain, so this should be 17. Oh, it's 16. I must have missed something. But now that she is an adult and my daughter, we should find her a spouse, and sorted by alliance power, we'll marry her to whoever gives me the best alliance. The Pala Kingdom. His primary heir, is he married? And his primary heir is Bikari, who's 11. So what about this 17-year-old here in the Tamara Kingdom? He already has 2 spouses, but he has 0 children. Oh, she's pregnant. Can I kill her? No, it'd be hard. Can I abduct her? That would also be very hard. So it's actually easier to kill her than to abduct her. Okay, what about the secondary spouse? She's only 15, so they're betrothed. They're not even married. How many soldiers is this? 3,700. Oh, but is he ugly? He is. He's homely. Then never mind him. This 29-year-old here has a bunch of children already. The goal is to have her be the primary wife. What about this kid? His father is a Raja of a Raj. And he's the primary heir. So if I were to marry them together, +7. If I make it matrilineal, it'll go in the negatives. Yes, it will. Okay. He's already married. What is this? Kinslayer. Okay. He's 12, so she'd have to wait 4 years. They do have 1,000 soldiers. He's not the primary heir, though. This guy is. This guy already has a son. But you know what? Let's see. Can I still get away with this? Matrilineal? Yes, I can. It's 1,000 soldiers, though. Is that worth it? Let's sort by alliance power again. This 2-year-old came out of nowhere. Huh. Her husband's 67. The lecher. That makes sense. That's why he married the 16-year-old. What about this 14? Oh, no, I already checked this one. Tough decision. Who should I marry her to? I don't want to marry her into my house. This guy only has 200 soldiers. This guy has 0 soldiers. Okay. So let's sort this way. And I guess it's going to be this guy. But 1,000 soldiers, really, I don't need 1,000 soldiers. So since I'm not going to be able to use that, of the 1,500 available characters she can marry, let's sort by prowess instead. This guy has 41, but wow, that's a lot of prowess. 41. But he's already 51 years old, so he's already slowly losing prowess. Meepam here has 31 prowess. So he would be my best knight automatically. Just, calm, and brave. And they are similar in age. They're close in age. She is patient, fickle, and ambitious. So yeah, let's marry her to him. Matrilineally. She would lose some prestige because he's the only living member of his house, but that's fine. We will send that proposal. He might not come to me because he's already a marshal, but if he doesn't, that's fine because then she can go create a new branch of our house because it's a matrilineal marriage, so their children will be of my house. So he can go to this guy's court in Yeongdon, which is all the way up here. Up there in the corner. Yeah. Right there in Hangzhou. So she can go create a new branch up there if the guy decides not to come to me. I got 5 advantages here. Seize the moment. Another guy who I just threatened. And another person who took it seriously. And so now I have another strong hook. So let's demand payment. 50 gold. Thank you. They're probably taking it seriously because my dread is so high. My dread's at 100 and it's been at 100 for a while. So that's probably why they take it so seriously. And they're giving me strong hooks instead of weak hooks. But now I have 2 slots open. This guy has 125 gold. Oh, he's too far away to interact with. Let's control click U. And then look at their vassals. Lhasa here won a Liberty War, but she only has 20. Shigaze has 28. Gyaka has 23 gold. Komai has 145 gold. Okay. And we will definitely focus on success chance. I learned my lesson last time. And then Yingqi has negative 72 gold. So she's in debt. We can ignore her. Nagormo has 45. Golog has 64. So let's fabricate a... Oh, that would be hard. Never mind. What about... I think I already tried that. What about Latok? They're in debt. Dege. Dege? Dege. I don't know how to say that. I don't know what that little notch above the E means. Either way, we will blackmail her. It'd be very easy to murder her, so obviously it's going to be very easy to fabricate a hook. We will focus on success chance. Okay, so now we got both schemes going on. Let's look for the agents. Her spy master would be the best infiltrator, 28 days. Right now it's 99 days per phase, so if I use him, it'll be 75 days per phase. So it's actually a 24 score, not a 28. Yeah, so Prabhavati would be better. His religious leader, or her religious leader, would be better. And her caravan master, who's also her personal doctor. Okay, so she's not very well liked among her people. Because I got her spy master, I got her religious leader, and I got her caravan master, who's also her doctor. Willing to get involved in a scheme against her. So let's see where they would be best utilized. She's a 27 thief. Okay, so she'd be best at thief and then outcast. The caravan master's a 25. Okay, so then the infiltrator, the thief, she's a 27 thief. Or he's a 27 thief. The religious leader, I thought it was a woman, it's a man. And then the outcast will be the caravan master / personal doctor. That's up to 87%. The infiltrator then can be Prabhavati. The diplomat can be anyone, really. I only need 8% more to reach the cap of 95. Oh, I'm dropping frames again. I don't know if it's crashed or if you guys can hear me or not. I'm still dropping frames. OBS is not disconnected though, so you guys should be hearing me, maybe. And I'm no longer dropping frames. Oh, I'm back to dropping frames again. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I'm going to take a sip of water while this is doing what it's doing. Okay, while I was drinking water, it looks like I have stopped dropping frames. I don't actually know whether the stream went down while I was dropping frames or not, so I don't know what you guys saw on your end. On my end, it looked like everything went down. I can hear. Okay, thanks for the confirmation, Steelwinger. That is good to know. I've stopped dropping frames, so if you can still hear me, but you know the video looks choppy, then I recommend you refresh. Because I'm no longer dropping frames, so everything should be good. So where was I? I was looking for an infiltrator. Right, that's what I'm doing? Yes. I think Prabhavati would be the best infiltrator. Yes, because even though the spy master says 28 days, he just we've already seen that he's 4 days slower than that in actuality. No, it just lagged. Okay, yeah, that's good. Prabhavati will be our infiltrator, and then the diplomat. We only need 8% from the diplomat, so we will look for someone who's not in my court, not the spy master, because he'll just slow me down, and I don't need all this extra success chance. So let's see if we cannot find someone who's not of my court. I always try this for no reason other than to try and better roleplay through the scenario, because in my mind, the fewer members of my court involved in a scheme, the less likely the chance of it being found out that I'm the one who created the scheme. I don't know if the game actually works that way in the background when it's calculating, but as I try to roleplay through the decisions of the game, that's just my own personal headcanon. So we will try and find someone who is not of my court. And if we can't, no big deal. But looks like we can, because her chancellor is willing to get involved as my diplomat. And 12 is more than the 8 we needed, and so that'll get me up to the 95% cap. And that should be it for this scheme. Now let's try and find some agents for this scheme. The infiltrator, her own spy master will release 50 days. Right now it's 109 days per phase, so if I use her, it should be 59. It's only 77, which means the truth is the spy master has only reduced it by 32 days, not by 50. So any infiltrator, she would still be the best infiltrator because the next best is 29, not 32. But we're not going to use her. Or wait. She would be 3 days better if I use... I'm not going to use her in the success chance agents. Yeah, so we'll use her anyways because she's still the best even with the penalty. She reduces it by 32 days, which is better than the second best Perbu at 29. So she'll be my spy master, or not my spy master. Her spy master will be my infiltrator in this scheme. And then we need a thief, a diplomat, and an outcast. Her religious leader is a 31 thief. Does he appear at something else better? No, that is his best, 31 thief. And so her religious leader will be the thief. Another person who's not very well liked amongst her court, because I got her spy master and her religious leader, 2 of the 6 council positions. Another of the council positions is her husband, and her steward can be convinced. I'm not gonna convince him, but he can be convinced, which shows that she's not very well liked. But yeah, the diplomats, Lobsang, Kiradiva. I need 29. I need 29 from both Outcast and Diplomat combined to reach the 95 cap. I could use the neighboring ruler here. He's giving me a 22 as a Diplomat. Can I use him as an Outcast with better stats? No, I cannot. So he will be my Diplomat. Which country is he ruling? He's ruling Guge. So this one down here in the south. So he'll be the Diplomat. And that got me to 88. So I need 7 more. And again, we'll try and find someone not of my court, if we can. We only need a score of 7 from them to reach the 95 cap. And if we can't find someone else, we will use this person who's wandering. So they're not in my court, but they keep showing up on my list for some reason. So she'll be the second option if I cannot find plan A. They just need to be above 7. Nope. Okay, so we'll use that Wandering Kiang. She'll be the outcast. That'll get me to 95. I have 77 days before I can execute this scheme. I have 72 days before I can execute this one. So they will be at the same time triggering. Meanwhile, I'm losing 8.6 gold. I forgot after I raised my army to switch my marshal from increasing county control to organize army. That reduces the maintenance cost of having a raised army by 24%. So we're losing 8.6 gold per month. Once I have him organize the army, now we're losing 5.3. So we saved 3.3 gold per month by having him switch to that. 2 new messages. Are they actually new? I don't think they are. And now we can go back to this battle, which we are winning handily. Oh, right before it ended, my spy master, who's looking for secrets in my own court, found out that this guy is a non-believer. Let me pause. Should I blackmail him? He has 0 gold and only plus 32 opinion of me. So I really can't take him losing 15 opinion of me. 15. And so we will not blackmail him. It really wouldn't be worth it anyways. He's married to Dawa, but that's not Dawa's mother, is it? Oh yeah, she is. Okay, so she's comely. He was comely. She was beautiful. And yet she's only comely. That's unfortunate. Is she pregnant? She's 45. And she's not pregnant. So it looks like that's going to be the only child they're going to be able to have. Which is too bad. Can I find her a spouse? Let's look for another comely person. Ooh, they're too old for her. Never mind that then. Let's focus on this battle we're about to win handily. Torcelli and Mipam. Okay, that's the marriage I set up earlier. Excellent. Did he come to my court? She's unlanded at my court. He's unlanded in that other person's entourage. So they are not together, even though they're married. Doesn't look like I can invite him to my court. I could abduct him. It would be very easy. But oh, wait. Is he traveling here? It's in the gray. He's right there. That's him. Currently traveling from where he started, where he used to live, all the way down here. But where is his destination? Where is he going? Why is he going all the way down here? Yeah, along the way on his journey, though, here's my capital. He decided to stop by, accept our proposal, get married, and then he'll continue on his way. Oh, he's in this guy's entourage. Okay, so this guy here is traveling. He is part of the entourage. So when he finishes traveling, maybe this guy will come to my court. I have to remember to check that to see if he actually does come to my court. While that was happening, though, I achieved a victory at the battle at Trandam. I only lost 54 soldiers. They lost 522. My Mountaineers did some work, which makes sense because we were fighting in a mountain. Meanwhile, my champions only had 63 kills, but that's because there were only 4 of them. Individually, though, they did have double-digit kills, and they even killed one of the opposing knights, so that's good. I gained some fame, I gained some war score. How much war score? I gained 15% from that battle. And now, we're already in Trondheim, so while they're retreating, you can I siege? No, that place can't be sieged. Wait, is there any place here? Oh yeah, this place, right here. This is the only castle in the entire independent county of Trondheim. So this is the only place I have to siege, and I think I might win the war just by sieging this place. So in 8 months, we'll see if I have won this tiny war here. And in the meantime, these 300, I don't want them supporting me. They're moving to attack Arksog. What is Arksog? That's not that. What is Arksog? Oh, that's Arksog. That's actually exactly what I want them to do. Oh yeah, they're doing a U-turn because they saw that they don't need my help. Yeah, so if they can siege out the rest of Kham, that is exactly why I called them to this war in the first place. Is Kham in another war? Because I see someone else is sieging them out. They're in 2 other wars. So all of that is happening. Meanwhile, that battle, I captured a few people. That is the marriage going through. This is the find secrets task. And then this is a few prisoners that I got from that battle. I'm getting 0% war score from the prisoners. So that means the prisoners are not important. And because they're not important, that means I will go into my prison and I will check out whether I can ransom them out or not. If they were important to the war score, then if I ransom them out, I would lose that percentage from the war score. That's why I have to check whether they're actually giving me a percentage or not. And because they are not, I can go to my prison and ransom them out. Can I torture you again, Wall? 2 more years. What about you? You've been here 7 years. Do you have family? Ooh, you have a lot of family, so I'm not going to torture you. Because then they'll all hate me. And I don't know how powerful any one of these individuals is. The last thing I want is a powerful individual to hate me. That's how I created the last house feud, before I had to personally end it. But yeah, this guy doesn't look like I can ransom him out either. Wait, do you have family? You do not. You have a rival. And your liege is a captain of an adventurers group. So you can be tortured, is what I'm hearing. And of course, the reason I want to torture is because I have the Dark Insight trait. And when I torture, there's a 50% chance of gaining either 1 intrigue or 1 prowess, max of 5 each, and I currently have 3 of each. And so I want to keep torturing to try and get the max of 5. And yep, I gained 1 more prowess from my Dark Insights by torturing him. He went from minus 11 opinion of me to minus 86 opinion of me. Nothing like the good old rack. So I don't know if you guys actually know what a rack is, but it's the machine where they tie you up, they tie your 4 limbs up, and then like you pull a wheel, like one of those old wooden wheels with a handle attached to it, and then you move the handle up and down in a circular motion, and that stretches out the person that has his 4 limbs tied. And so you're basically pulling them apart by the limbs. And that's why the prompt says the sound when bones and sinews snap is quite unforgettable. But it had to be done, and he does have a chance of becoming a lunatic after being tortured. Currently, he's not a lunatic, and he is still not a lunatic. So he did not become a lunatic. Oh. Wait, did I torture the wrong guy? I think I tortured the wrong guy. That's not the guy I wanted to torture. Look at all these negative opinions of me down here now. That was a misclick. I meant to torture this guy. I might also discover a secret when I torture someone. If they know a secret, they might spill it while I'm torturing them. I gained 1 more prowess. Another Dark Insight. Yeah, he's got minus 90 opinion of me. His liege did not care, though. And his rival obviously did not care. So that's good. This guy, though. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I misclicked so badly. I did not want him to be tortured. But yeah, I've gained another 2 prowess, so that means my Dark Insights prowess are maxed out at 5. I'm still going to keep torturing, however, because I'm only have 3 intrigue. I can still get 2 more intrigue. But yeah, my prowess has gone up to 18 now, and I'm getting minus 16 because of my old age. That means if I was still in the prime of my youth, or at least in my middle age, my prowess would be 34, which would be better than all of my champions. So yeah, do I have the strong trait? I do. So I've always been a strong person. I'm an eager reveler, and I'm a hunter. So maybe I should go on a hunt after all these things, all these wars are over. Let's look at my cities. Are they having negative opinions of me? Yep, minus 7 from an offensive war from Ando. Minus 7 from Dangla. Minus 7 from Nianrong. And minus 7 from Yanchipen. However, the only ones that matter are Yanchipen and Dangla because I don't have any positive modifiers to offset the minus 7 opinion from the offensive war. And so, as soon as Trondheim is over, we'll start sieging out Kham to try and end these wars as quickly as possible. This siege has 8 months left, and is there anything else I have to care about? Let's look. Oh, I clicked on religion by mistake. Let's look at my court, see if there are any children that need educating. Nope. The sieges have 2 and 3 months left. My culture has discovered the Banis innovation. Was I focusing on that? Hold on. I'll look into that later. First, I'm torturing Srido. When one can twist words for pleasure as well as myself, twisting them for harm is a simple matter. And that's because I am a poet. I have that trait. Taking out the long volume of poetry from my arm, I unfurl it, letting the scroll hit the floor and roll gently backwards out the door. Then I start my reading. Had to be done. He's not going to become a lunatic from this, but apparently reading my poetry is torture. And I did not gain any dark insight. Oh no, I did gain 1 dark insight, I think I remember. I can create an accolade. One of my knights can be appointed as an acclaimed knight. This is the first one. Okay. Each knight that holds an accolade becomes an acclaimed knight and gives bonuses to you and your armies. The accolade will remain until you destroy it and will pass on to future knights via succession. Okay. You can earn an accolade. You can choose one of your valid knights in the list. Muzu is my best knight, but how old is he? He's 35. Mipam is 27, and they have the same prowess. So I will go with Mipam because he is the youngest of my champions. And he's also the best of my champions, which is a great combination to have. So we will use Mipam here. Oh, I can't click on the picture. I have to click on... Wait. Yeah, this guy Muzu is a bold antagonist. Meanwhile, Mipam, righteous opportunist. He's calm, just, and brave. So this is the perfect guy to use as an example to create my accolades. Every acclaimed knight has 2 accolade attributes, 1 primary and 1 secondary. Before you can create the accolade, these attributes are shown for each candidate. Each attribute gives you and your armies various bonuses as the accolade gains glory. Glory is gained by participating in grand tournament contests and battles. The primary attribute is always part of the accolade and cannot be changed on succession. You cannot create this accolade if you want. More accolades will be available as your culture discovers innovations. I understand. So this guy would gain the primary attribute Vanguard, which increases heavy infantry, which I believe is what the Mountaineers are. Yeah, the Mountaineers are heavy infantry. So Vanguard increases the size of heavy infantry as well as their damage and toughness. And reduces the cost of their maintenance, so that's nice. Oh no, that's only if I reach rank 6 that it'll decrease or lower the cost. Meanwhile, he personally will give it... Oh, I have to sneeze. I had to sneeze. Excuse me. Eesh. Okay, so he will give me contender. Belligerent vassals and Hastaluder experience gain. I'm not sure if that's a great one or not. Oh, it shows me right here. Wait. I think this means it unlocks the Retinue Vanguard soldier type so that I can buy them. But I already have heavy or Mountaineers. What about Muzu? What would Muzu give me? He'd give me the same things. But his title would be the champion most loyal. Is he a loyal person? I mean, he's strong and athletic. I don't see any loyalty here. What about Mipam? Bearer of the Prabhu's helm. So he's holding my helmet. I don't know how that becomes a title. But he is married to my daughter, so if anyone would be loyal, it would be him. Yeah, so let's go with him. We'll create this accolade. It would cost me 100 prestige. Go ahead. And now we need a successor. Cutie Varmin's old. He's 45. Senya is 44. Yeah, they're too old. That's why I didn't use them as the champion in the first place. So now we're using Muzu as the successor to him. In case something happens to him, Muzu will take over. However, it's showing that he's not being a knight at the moment. Oh, because he's in the entourage. So if I force him, yeah, he's not in my court. Okay. So that is that. I've been trying to think. Steelwinger, you commented Shirley, he'd understand. I've been trying to think now for like 2 minutes what that comment could have possibly been about, because I missed it when he first typed it, and I've been, as I'm speaking, trying to remember what could that comment be talking about. It's been stuck in my head now for like 2 minutes. What was I doing before all of this? Before the game popped up accolades in my face? That's a siege going on. Was I doing something? Oh, the prisoners. Oh wait, that's what that comment might be about, because I did torture someone by mistake. So I think that maybe that's what you meant by surely he'd understand. Let me take a sip of water first. Oh, the guy who got tortured by misclick. Yeah, I guessed correctly. Okay, so now that that's done, I don't remember if I was doing anything else other than that. And so let's continue on with this war that is happening. Let's make sure 2 and 3 months. Okay, so these schemes won't trigger anytime soon. Meanwhile, this place is getting sieged. It has 8 months left on the siege. This little army here should have been sieging out this place here, but they're not. They're just wandering around. This is my personal doctor who I'm swaying. He gained 25 opinion of me, and I will continue to sway him, even though he's finally in the positive, because your doctor is the, if not the first, he's at least in the top 3 people that you need to like you in your court. It's your doctor, it's your spy master, and it's your wife. These 3 people need to like you because they are very powerful agents in schemes against you. Yeah, that's happening. The siege has 5 months left. My spy master wants to create a hook on Thekshan, but by me saying no, there's no reason we shouldn't be friends instead. Thekshan will gain 30 opinion of me, and this is my niece who hates me, so that would be really good. The last thing I want is for family members to dislike me. She's intelligent. At 17 years old, she married another intelligent person, so their children should be intelligent and might be geniuses, and her father was Mutik, which is probably why she doesn't like me. Her mother is the mayor of the city of Shibde, so she has beautiful in her genes as well, so if they have children, they might end up beautiful, or at least comely. Yeah, so now she's at +6 opinion of me, because she's grateful that I didn't make something up, because I do that a lot. Boiling anger. You might be a Prabhu, Sumnang, but you are also an evoker. Prabhu's my title, Sumnang's my name. The unprovoked anger expressed by my niece-in-law Kogrobza came as a complete surprise. She has been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, that even she struggles, it's calming. And I lost 23 stress by being yelled at. The game does have a sadistic tag, but it does not have a masochist tag, so who knows? I'm losing stress by getting yelled at, so who knows what's happening in the background of the game secretly. Oh, I got 5 advantages on both of my schemes. They're both at 95%, so let's execute them. Seize the moment. Fall words. I started a series of vicious rumors against her. None true, obviously. What better way for that? Someone should decry them as obvious lies. What better way for that someone to have her in their debt? Yeah, so I make up a bunch of rumors about her, and then I stand up and defend her against those rumors I created. That costs me 100 piety, because that's not a very pious thing to do. And I get a weak hook on her because she's indebted to me. So she has 149 gold. And so I'll take 50 of that. Thank you very much. And then you can get out of my face. Let's execute this scheme now. Seize the moment. Barbaric but effective. So I threatened her rather than having to come up with some intricate scheme. Just give me money or give me a hook or else. And she said, here's the hook. 92 gold, so that's 50 more from her. Using intrigue to gain money is like an infinite money glitch in this game. 440 gold I have. And I've done nothing. I have not built up my territory at all. Speaking of which, I do need to get to 3,000. I need 1,500 more prestige. So I need to get to illustrious before I die, so that I can found a new kingdom. Otherwise, when I die, my children will split this territory up amongst themselves, just like I and my brothers did when my father died. So I need to make sure to keep that in mind always. For now, though, I think there's some schemes to be had. So we control-click Gouguet, and then we go to the different individual duchies. Limbuan here, the ruler has 144 gold. He's only 13, so I cannot fabricate a hook on him. I didn't realize that. What about his regent? They have 189 gold. And it would be easy to fabricate a hook on her. We'll focus on success chance. Let's see here. The infiltrator can be her own spy master. Or not her spy master, but the spy master of the kid that she is the regent of. Does not like her. Probably because she's the regent and maybe he wants to be the regent. So let's see. 25 days it says. So 110 days per phase. If I use him, is it actually 25? It is. It's actually 25. But I'm not going to use him as infiltrator because that means since he will not add days to the phase length, I can use someone else as the infiltrator. I'll use my grandson Purbu here. 29 days. So now each phase is 81 days long. And now I can use the spy master at another role. Whichever one he's best at. He's a 46 outcast. But the steward is here as well. You know what that means? That means I could have focused on a balanced scheme and had 2 scheme phase length agents and reduced the scheme phase length by even more. But it's impossible to know what agents will be available to you when you start a scheme. And so that's why it's so difficult to decide whether to be a balanced scheme or whether to focus on scheme potential. Now though, we have 2 of her council members, her spy master and her steward, willing to scheme against her. For thief, he's a 36, he's a 28. He's a 46 and he's a 33 for outcast. So it's not... And then one of her fellow vassals was willing to be the diplomat. Okay, so the thief can be... No, the outcast will be the spy master. Let's see, this phase length is 81 days. Now it's 91 days. Yeah, so he adds 10 days, so let's not use him. Wait, but he doesn't add any days if I use him as the infiltrator. That's weird. Oh well, either way, I will use the steward as the outcast instead. That gets me to 68%. Then the diplomat can be her fellow vassal. That gets me to 94%. So I just need 1% from the thief, which is basically everybody, because I don't think there are any zeros. Nope, there are no zeros. So let's just scroll through here. Other than her spy master, let's see if we cannot find someone else from her court. We have the neighboring ruler here we can use. And so if it wasn't for my grandson, I think I would be able to use or to create this scheme without using a single one of my courtiers. Look, I can use one of the courtiers of the kid that she's a regent of as the thief. So let's go ahead. But you know, the fact that these 3 agents are not of my court and are of this court instead makes me wonder, maybe I should remove Prabhu from the infiltrator. That was 81 days per phase, I remember. And now if we use the spy master here, even though it's 25 days per phase, each phase is now 95 days, so it's 14 days longer. But now I don't have a single person attached to me as part of this scheme, which is perfect. However, I just realized I can also fabricate a hook on the spy master himself. He has 95 gold, so let's just fabricate a hook on him as well. It would be very easy. Let's go with success chance, because all the people in this court I've already used here, so I don't think they'd be available for his scheme. So let's fabricate a hook on the spy master while we're using him to fabricate a hook on the regent. 95 days per phase, 99 days per phase. So let's see the infiltrator. Ooh, we have someone's chancellor. Oh, his own chancellor is willing to be my infiltrator. Okay, so he's not very well liked. I mean, his nickname is the Fearless. So you'd think that would make him liked, but he's also shy. And shy people tend not to have very close relationships with others, by no fault of their own. The Chancellor would be a 27 thief, 29 infiltrator. He would be a 28 Chancellor, or a 28 diplomat. And he's not an outcast. Yeah, so let's use him as the infiltrator. Instead of 99 days per phase, this will make it 70. Yes, 70. So now the outcast, diplomat, and thief. We can use the neighboring ruler as the thief. He does like to be a thief for some reason. Now we need 39 from these 2 remaining slots. So if I use someone of my court, no, the outcast will be Kiang, who's wandering. She's always the outcast. That's 13. That gets me to 69. And so the diplomat will have to be Lobsang or Krirat Diva, because that'll get me to 95%. So let's use Lobsang. I usually use her. She's pretty. Is her son also handsome? No, he didn't inherit a single trait. Prabhu did not have a trait, so he takes after his father. But yeah, Lobsang will be the diplomat. It's at 95. However, because he is a spy master, I get a minus 50 modifier. So I'm going to have to wait a while for that to grow to 95. And that is very common. That's why you don't want to scheme against spy masters very often. Okay, so this is 95 days, 70 days. So let's focus. This is more than that. So the siege will not end before... What are these people doing? I had them come so that they can try and siege out Kham. Ooh, he got imprisoned. Why did he get imprisoned? Well, no, this is not that. This is Kumarleb, who won a war against for the county of Surtar. they took this little sliver of land for themselves from U. So that's that. But this guy got imprisoned for some reason. By High Chieftain who now? Oh, he got imprisoned by this guy up here. The ruler of Guge got imprisoned by the ruler of Guge. So now he cannot be an agent in my scheme. And so I need a new thief. I need 21 from the thief. I have plenty of people. Okay, so do I want to use Yongten? I do want to use Yongten. She's beautiful. He's Herculean. This girl had a different mother who didn't have any traits, and that's why she didn't inherit any traits. She's the daughter of my niece. So I can marry her for alliance power. To this 53-year-old. It will not result in an alliance. So let's sort this by alliance power. No alliance. How about this way? Ooh, these are all old people. 46. No alliance. This guy's 68. No alliance. Okay, so I'm not getting an alliance from anybody. What's this betrothal? Oh wait, I need a thief. That's right. Yongten. I got distracted there. Yongten will be the thief. Take over for that other guy. That gets me back up to 95%. Max. Right now we're at 60. And now I have... I'll worry about you later. I have an arranged marriage being proposed between Kiavlatok and my niece Lami. This guy is vengeful and impatient and stubborn. And his stats are awful. So why would I marry you when it will not result in an alliance? What are you giving me here? Well, I guess he is a Prabhu of Latok, a petty kingdom. But he's not the primary heir. He has 2 brothers above him. And I don't know if their religion or culture will allow females to inherit. But each one has 1 child. So I would have to kill 4 people before he can take over. 1. And 2, this is a normal marriage, not a matrilineal one. So their children will not be of my house. And for those reasons, I will be declining this proposal. Yeah, he's not worth it. What are these guys doing? They're trying to unsiege this place that I sieged out. And so what I will do is I will split my army and I will send out all of my levies. That's 1,700 soldiers. And I will have them go kick these guys out. It's only levies, so it's not a very powerful army, but they outnumber them 10 to 1. So that should be more than enough. These 1,800 versus 100 soldiers, that should be more than enough, even if these 1,800s are not professional soldiers. That's more than enough to annihilate this army. Meanwhile, the 600 remaining men-at-arms, aka professional soldiers that I left behind, they will continue the siege here. 3 months left until that siege is over. Guge won against Guge in a holy war for the entire kingdom. Oh, but there's a little bit left over. I was hoping they would take it all over so that I wouldn't have to continue talking about 2 different Guges and Guges and Guge. Like, trying to place an emphasis on the E to make these 2 places sound different. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to do that anymore, but no, they only took over half of it. They didn't take over the whole thing. How did you guys survive? It was a holy war for the Gyalpo of Guge. How did you survive with any bits of land left? Let me control click here. You still have like 6 counties left. I don't know how he did it. But he did it. He survived a horrible defeat in a holy war. Oh, now they're running away because they know that these numbers are too much for them. So let me try and cut them off anyways. She's trying to make me pay for a hook on Zutze. I will not do that, which will make Zutze like me more. Who is Zutze? The name is not familiar to me. Oh, he's married to Fong. Wait. Miss Fong, Miss Spymaster, this is your husband. Why do you want me to pay for a hook on your husband? Are you guys not getting along? She is vindictive. Vindictive Craven. So she's a coward and she's vindictive. So if she wanted to get back at her husband, she would use me because she would be too afraid to do it herself. Good job, game. This actually logics out. But I'm still not paying for a hook. Oh, they're not running away anymore. So let's go straight at them to break up this siege. I have 5 advantages on the Spymaster. That's the War of Guges. This is my Spymaster finding secrets. Lobsang died. She was 56. Died in her sleep. At least she went peacefully. Her husband had already died, so she leaves behind one child, one 9-year-old, who is currently being taught by my Spymaster. He's learning intrigue. Okay. He has a victim. My daughter is his victim. Okay, that's not. Let's go to my daughter here. Currently being taught by Fong. So that's why he's bullying her, even though she's 3 years older. But they're being taught by the same person. She's friends with my other daughter and with Trailokia Chandra, who's my courtier, who's married to Zazu, who is the daughter of my niece. Okay, so what I'm going to do, Purbu here, I will remove your guardian. You no longer get to be taught by my Spymaster. That's what you get for bullying my daughter. But I still need to teach him intrigue, and so you get to learn intrigue from the next best, which is not very close. I mean, I'm the best. Fong is the second best. I don't teach anyone who's not of my family. So Fong would be the best Spymaster educator, but you don't get her for bullying my daughter. You get... Who's the second best here? Sangye and Wangdu are both 18 intrigue for learning. So that'd be a total of 20. Because you get half of the learning stat. Yongten is 16 intrigue, but she has 11 learning. Half of that would be 5.5. So she would be a 21.5 teacher. So Yongten would be the second best. So Yongten will be the teacher. Yongten is Sumpa while he is Bodpat's culture. And so let's have her convert his culture to my culture, Sumpa. Send that proposal. And I just remembered what it was that I had to worry about. First, let's replace the diplomat agent. Hopefully I don't forget again while I'm doing this. We need 95, so we need 24. Let's use Kira Diva. I guess we did 95, but he's still at 71. So we need to wait a little more to raise that, even though we already have 5 advantages. This one, we're 3 weeks away from getting 5 advantages. And now I can do what I remembered, what I forgot, and then I remembered. And that is looking at my cultural fascinations. Currently, we're discovering hereditary rule. I think that's what I've been working on this whole time. Because I'm trying to get the partition law. So that succession doesn't break up my kingdom. But for some reason, while I was focusing on hereditary rule in the early medieval period, we ended up learning from the tribal period Banis, which unlocked two vassal contracts, two types of vassal contracts, but it also unlocked the accolades, which is what I was doing earlier with my champions. Levy reinforcements are faster, plus 15%. Or does that mean there's 15% more, or that they get filled 15% faster? 1925 is what I've always had, so I think that just means they get refilled 15% faster. But yeah, there's a couple things I haven't unlocked yet in Tribal. But I moved on. Yeah, 206 years for that. 224 years for that. 210 for that. 14 years for Mustering Grounds. My Men-at-Arms regiments I can unlock 2 more. Right now the max is 3. Although the max has become 4 for Mountaineers. I think that's because of the accolade. Because Mountaineers are my heavy infantry. I remember reading that. And my max number of Men-at-Arms regiments becomes +1. So right now I can have 3, which are these 3. If I get Mustering Grounds, I can get 4. So I can create a new regiment. And that will take 14 years. However, if I focus on it, it'll go faster. Right now I'm focusing in the early medieval era and the hereditary rule. So if I keep focusing on it, I'll unlock it in 32 years, which is probably not enough for my lifetime. And so what I should do, leave that for my son, who will inherit my kingdom, leave that for him to worry about. I will stay in Tribal, and I will try and unlock Mustering Grounds to build a bigger army. Yeah, so I went from 14 years to 7 years. So now I will discover Mustering Grounds in 7 years. So I cut the time in half. And now we can focus on this. A month left for that siege. 3 weeks left for this scheme. So that'll happen first. This battle will begin in 8 days. So this battle will begin first. Then this scheme. Then this siege. So let's unpause and let the dominoes start to fall. Oh, first and foremost, we found out my brother-in-law Thema is the one who's scheming against my niece-in-law, the Princess of Guge, Kogrobza. Does he have money? No. So instead, oh, he's also one of my champions. And he's married my sister, Senma. So instead of throwing him in jail or getting a weak hook, let the traitor be known to all. And now this battle, they're not going to be able to run away this time, are they? Nope. Okay, so wait, what just happened? The siege ended. A couple things just happened. Hold on. 8 days until I can execute the scheme. Let me remove this. So that's Trondheim. I just took Trondheim. I sieged that castle, and that immediately ended the war. Or at least made it so that I could end the war if I wanted to. But let's wait, because I'm getting 50% from prisoners. And 100% from full occupation of this county. So I don't need 50% from prisoners. So before ending the war, let's have the army regroup. Before ending the war, I will ransom all of these prisoners out. Get some money. Wow, they didn't even have any money here. I didn't loot anything when I sieged it. So yeah, the plan is to ransom all of these prisoners out. Is this the heir? This is the heir. Yeah, so she'll pay 49. She only has 49 because I've already blackmailed her before. But yeah, I'll take that 49 from her. Give her her heir back. And Godup here has no family, no relationships. And so I will torture her. I did not gain any dark insights. And now I will unpause and wait for that ransom to come through. And then I can end that war, because it's already at 100%. Even if I ransom out the prisoner, I still have 100% from full occupation. And an extra 15% as insurance. Because I won one battle. Meanwhile, this battle here is about to end. This is the torture that I just did. Nothing like the good old rack. The rack usually turns them into lunatics. So let's see if it works. Nope, she did not become a lunatic. I did not get any dark insight, so that torture ended up being wasted. I don't know, I called these guys to war. They're really not doing anything. They're just collecting free prestige, I guess, because when I win the war, my allies who are involved will gain prestige. This battle is over. I've won it. And that ransom has been paid. I got 5 advantages in this scheme. Let's have the army group up here at this temple. They'll meet here. And then this is the battle. We didn't lose a single soldier, even though they were just peasants with pitchforks. And they only had 3 survivors. So it was a total slaughter, as one would expect. We wounded one of their knights, so that's good. Yeah, so now we can group them up. And there were a couple things, right? This scheme, and then there was something else. What am I missing? Oh, the ransom just got paid. So now I can finally finish this war, enforce my demands. To the abhorrent Prabhu Sumnang, may your humors rot in your living body. Yes, yes, yes. She will comply with my demands. So she may become an adventurer, but she does become my vassal. So she may stay as my vassal. My allies share 20, but I didn't have any allies in that war. Oh no, her allies. Okay. Meanwhile, I gained the chiefdom of Trondheim. I gained 20 fame, which is good because I'm trying to get up to illustrious. My allies, again, I didn't have any allies. And my glory hound vassals gained 10 opinion of me for 10 years. So be it. And now Trondheim is mine. Yes. So did she become my courtier? Or is she... She became an adventurer. Well, no, she didn't become an adventurer, but she is wandering. But they are in Trondheim. They're just unlanded because I took the land for myself. That's good. I wanted to do that. Meanwhile, this scheme has 5 advantages. Let's execute. Seize the moment. A daring rescue. Oh, this is not good. Would it not be wonderful if Ela owed me, not out of fear, but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save her from vicious bandits while she was out traveling? Indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gate. I would charge in with my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving Ela in a life debt to me. So simple yet so convincing. Unfortunately, I don't like it because I have to pay the bandits, who are basically actors. So I give them 50 gold. Which means, even if she's willing to pay me 50 gold, which she probably will not, loyalty hooks and indebted hooks do not usually pay, or loyalty hooks do not usually pay that much gold. But even if she were, I would just break even. The fortunate thing is that it's a strong hook, so I can use it multiple times every 5 years. The unfortunate thing is that it's probably going to be like 10 gold. Yep, it's 15 gold that I can get from her. So I would have to blackmail her 4 times before I can make a profit. And because I can only use it once every 5 years, that means it would take me 20 years. However, even if it's a strong hook, it will eventually expire. And it probably doesn't last 20 years. I think it expires after like 10 or 15. But let's take these 15 now. I ended up losing money on this venture. But, you know, it's the risk you take when you make your money by fabricating hooks. Every now and again, you're going to get one of those bandit hooks that you're going to lose money on. But more times than not, you will make money off the hooks. This is Axay. I do not want to exchange hostages. Wait, do I want to exchange hostages? Exchanging hostages, all that does is increase your prestige. However, I do want to increase my prestige so that I can become illustrious and form a kingdom. So usually I don't want to exchange hostages, but maybe this time I do. But I don't want someone who's very closely related to me. Torma here is my granddaughter, daughter of Liware. Felko is the son of Sanye. I had a couple who were products of incest, right? Those are the ones I want to use. Sanye. Tuk is from Luwer. Takma. Oh, Takma's my son. No, definitely not my children. Konchok is my son. My daughter, my niece, Lami. Data Devi and Timinrang. Let's look at the family tree. What is Timinrang's line looking like? Timinrang. Okay, so if I were to send... Who am I sending? Who was I sending? Jomo? Let's see. Who was I sending? Lami. Timinrang. Okay. So Lami. I'm sending Lami. From Timinrang. I don't see Lami. Why do I not see Lami? Oh, okay. Lami's over here. He was his daughter. And I was looking at his grandchildren. That was the mistake. So Lami is 17. She's intelligent and she's not married. That's my mistake. Intelligent husband. Oh, it was not my mistake. It looks like the reason she wasn't married was because there's no one here of her age group. So should I send her as a hostage? I feel like I should. She's actually the perfect choice. Okay, let's exchange hostages. And then let's clear everything. Reset to default. You don't have anyone to send. Why are you even offering this? Why is the game telling me I can exchange hostages? They don't have any hostages to exchange. I just wasted all my time. Okay. So the two armies are meeting up. This one I have to let time go by. I need another scheme to start. Trondam I can give to someone, right? So if I die, what does succession look like at the moment? My player heir will gain Amdo, the kingdom and the county, as well as all the counties. No, the kingdom and the duchy and the county, because he'll gain all the other counties within the duchy. And then Konchok, my other son, will gain the petty kingdom of Konyi, and Takma will gain the petty kingdom of Nima, which is Konyi and Nima, right? Yeah, this is Nima, this is Konyi. Yep, so my kingdom will split in thirds again, just like it did when I took over from my father. And so let's change the law. Can I do it? I cannot. This is why I'm trying to learn partition. But it would take 32 years, so I'm not going to be able to do it. Vassal opinion is at -16 because I'm a tyrant. I don't have very many vassals. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of the 6, I think 3 or 4 are of my house. 3 are of my house. And she is married to a member of my house. She's married to him, I think. No, she's married to Pungse II up here. So her heir is of my house. He would be Pungse the Third, because his father is Pungse the Second. So Pungse the Third there is of my house. So that would make 4 of the 6 vassals being members of my own house, which is probably why I haven't had too many rebellions, even though I'm a tyrant and I have an overall negative opinion for my vassals. I am above my domain limit though, so I need to give Trondheim away. The question is, Trondheim is part of what? The county of Trondheim is part of the Duchy of Zadoy. The rest of it is held by... Let me control click ooh here. Nagormo. Nagormo holds the rest of Zadoy. So that means I need to create a new duke. A petty kingdom of Zadoy. Duchy of Zadoy. So my player heir will get that. Can I give my daughter, who is my oldest living child, and would have taken over if I didn't have any sons? I now have 3 sons. Can I give her... Can I give her... Is she pregnant? She's not pregnant. Can I give her... Wait, can I demand she convert? Oh no, she hates me. And she's zealous about her religion. Can I give Sangye some land? No. Okay, I'll stay above my domain limit before this war ends. Let me find someone to... Nagarze has 45 gold. Not quite enough. Kiaka has 11. Nagormo has 67. Can I fabricate a hook on him? It would be moderate. How about Golog? They have 65. That would be hard. Latok is in minus 10. Let's look at ooh. No, let's not look at ooh. Let's look at Kamarupa here, who has taken quite a big bite out of what used to be ooh lands. So Kamarupa, he only has 31. His spouse is 30, but she looks young. I thought she was a kid, but nope. He's 21, she's 30. They already have 3 kids. What if I marry his son to my granddaughter matrilineally? Oh, they won't even accept it normally. Wait, they're related and there's a 0.4% chance of being inbred? How are they related? Who are his parents? No one from my family. Here, I believe. Ah, my wife. My wife is his aunt. Okay. Does that mean we can negotiate an alliance then? No. I have too many alliances. I'm at war and he doesn't like me. Those 3 things are conspiring against me. Okay, so who am I going to scheme against next? Let's control click Kamarupa. And let's see the people within Kamarupa. This lady has 244 gold and it would be very easy to murder her. Unfortunately, I've already fabricated a hook on her. So what about Dizayu? That's only 49 gold. Wait, what about her husband? Oh, he's dead. What about her children? Any money here? The Maharaja of the Chola Kingdom. He's only got 37, so it's not worth it. Okay, then what about Golparid? He has 106. It would be easy to fabricate a hook on him. We'll focus on success chance. Now let's look at the agents. My grandson would be the infiltrator. Or I could use his personal doctor as the infiltrator, but he might be better somewhere else. Let's see. Yep, he's a 42 thief. He's a 43 diplomat. And then his marshal is the only place he appears, so I'll use him as the outcast. This is another situation where it would have been better to have balanced scheme plan rather than focusing on scheme potential. Because if I had 2 scheme phase length agents, I could make this go faster. And it looks like I'll be able to accomplish 95% with just 2 agents. Because if I use the personal doctor as the diplomat, I'm at 95%. So I didn't even need a 3rd scheme success chance agent. So the infiltrator will be my grandson here. And now the phase will be 80 days per phase. So if I had another scheme phase length agent here, I could lower that by another 20 at least and make it 2 months per phase instead of 3. But I'll leave that slot blank for now. If I don't need to use another agent, I won't. So now I have 2 schemes. This one will be executable in 43 days. Let's have my army meet up, and then we will start sieging out the lands of Kham. I've won that 1 battle. Gives me 2%. I'm currently holding 2 counties, which give me a total of 33%. And then the ticking war score is slowly going up. It's all the way up to 32% because I hold the war target, which is the county of Bangoin. So let's just siege out the rest of Kham. Let me see. Is there any cities with loot? Banbar has 5 gold. This place has already been sieged by someone else, so it has 0. Sog has been sieged out by someone else. Oh, but it still has 12. 12 gold. This place was sieged, so it has 0, but this one has 12. 2 different baronies within the county of Sog. And then Baken has 25 gold. Yeah, so let's siege Baken. You go straight there. And you guys can meet up here. You can meet up at the siege. How are the supplies looking? Yeah, it's fine if they go through Kham. You guys can meet up at the siege. Meanwhile, Trelo Kiachandra is the one who's plotting to kill Zasu, the cold-hearted fiend. That ends the murder scheme, which was never going to succeed anyways. They're all in the negatives, if I remember correctly, if I look at intrigue. Yeah. Oh, the one to kill my wife has gone all the way up to 4%. It was in the negatives like this one, which is at minus 5%. Meanwhile, we have a, I believe, education event because I'm currently tutoring my player heir and son, Lingpa, here. One of the children at court, Gulang, had taken the spinning top of a younger girl and thrown it into a nearby cave. My son was there and saw it all happen. Lingpa flew into a fit of rage and beat Gulang bloody. This didn't help the younger girl, who started crying even more. The younger girl is the one who got her top stolen. It seems that Lingpa has trouble controlling his anger. Gulag needed to pay for what she had done, so he keeps the Wrathful trait. Wrathful gives him +3 to martial, but -1 to diplomacy and intrigue. And he is an intrigue character, so we don't want minuses to intrigue. So he's already stubborn. I don't want him to be wrathful as well. So rather than that, you should have gone in there yourself without fear. He becomes brave instead of wrathful, which also improves his martial and prowess, but it doesn't give him any negatives, so it doesn't hurt his intrigue. But all these events, I should have made him a martial character instead of an intrigue character. Because let's make him brave. Let's unpause and pause real quick to see if that changes his stats. It did, yeah. Now he has 8 martial and 8 intrigue. Yeah, I think it's too late. He's already 13, so it's definitely too late to change his education. But can I if I wanted to? No. I've already changed it once. Yeah, but it looks like from his personality, that he developed, he would definitely be, mostly because of Brave, he would definitely be a better fighter than he would be a spy. He'd be a better general than spy. Oh well, it's too late for that now. These guys are about to meet up. Tata Devi is scheming against my niece-in-law. Tata Devi is my sister-in-law. She's married to this guy. She was married to Tim and Rang before. Okay, she's the mother of a bunch of my nieces and nephews. And so we can't throw her in jail. Because her close family will hate that. They'll lose 30 opinion of me. So let the traitor be known to all. And that'll remove her from the murder scheme, but it will not end the murder scheme. Let the traitor be known to all. My daughter learned Dankar, which is a Burmese language. She learned it from Fong, who is Mon, which is a Burmese heritage, a Burman heritage. So now my daughter can speak Tibetan, Scythian from her mother, and Burmese from her tutor. She's focusing on intrigue, so I guess that would make her a good spy. Although she's charming, so now with knowing 3 different languages, that's good for diplomacy. But I guess it's good for being a spy too. I have heard, because I definitely don't work for the CIA, but I have heard that the CIA does look, when they're recruiting, at college students in language departments who know different languages. So obviously, knowing different languages does help being a spy somehow. It's quite the coincidence. As soon as I started speaking about the CIA, I look over at my dashboard and I saw I lost a couple viewers. I might be getting a knock on my door soon. So my niece-in-law Pamela here gave birth to a daughter. So like always, we will go with... Oh, that's his first child that is of my house. That's good. Because he needs primary heirs of my house. Because he's about to take over Song, which is an independent kingdom. He's the primary heir of Song. But yeah, like always, we'll go with the first name that repeats. For this little girl. Who is intelligent. So that's nice. I think Jangchup maybe repeated, but I'm not sure. Maybe Yangmo. Oh, Kunsang definitely repeated, so we'll go with Kunsang. May you grow strong and wise. Indra Raja, who was my personal champion, has died of heart failure at 61. That's unfortunate. Ended up never having a child in his life. Tubten is now single. And I can use her to marry someone more talented into my court. However, all my court positions are all pretty good. So I don't think I need to do that at the moment. I'll keep her single for now. I was about to do something. What was it? I don't remember what it was. 14 days and then we'll see if this goes up to 95%. I don't think it will just yet. The siege is 8 months, and then once the levies join in, Dar, one of my courtiers, she wants to pay for a hook on him. I will not, and now that makes him like me more. So this is actually a good way, a good cheat to get the people in your court to like you more. Just keep finding secrets in your court, and then whenever your spy master offers to pay for a hook on them, you just say no, and they automatically gain 30 opinion of you. So that's a good tip for when you're playing Crusader Kings and you need your vassals and subjects and courtiers to like you more. Just do that. I need to merge these two armies because even though they're together, they're currently operating as two separate armies. And so if I select one of them, then I think I can click shift and click. Yep, shift click, and that selects both of them. And I merge armies, and now they're just one big army. Although they took the name of the second army, which is unfortunate for my OCD. But yeah, this siege will take 7 months. We have 2 days until this scheme goes to the next phase. There you go. It went all the way up to 86%, and I think I see a little bit of green in there in between the two numbers. I can't quite see, but I think that means I can go up to 95% after one more scheme phase. So it looks like we'll be able to execute when I get 7 advantages in 2 months. Meanwhile, this scheme is about just over a month and a week away from being executed. And this scheme is 7 months, or the siege is 7 months away from being executed. And that is the situation we find ourselves in at the end of today's stream. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to end it here. My next stream will probably be next Monday, because I do start my work week tomorrow. And so thank you everyone for watching, everyone who hung up. Fab651, thanks for the follow. I missed it. It happened about half an hour ago. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for everyone who watched and who hung out. Again, my next stream next Monday. If for some reason I decide to do a quick stream sometime in between now and then, I will post when I'm going live on my Instagram and my Twitter. I always do. And I also post on my YouTube when I'm going live on the community post tab, if you follow me on my YouTube. If you'd like to follow me on my YouTube and you don't currently, my YouTube and my Instagram are the same handle as my Twitch. It's at A2Gamer. My Twitter is not the same. It's at A2GMR. So give me a follow if you'd like to be notified when I'm going live, or if you'd just like to give me a follow. I'd appreciate it either way. And if you don't give me a follow, I still appreciate you for being here. But I am going to leave it at that. Again, thank you. I can never say thank you enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I don't know what time it is in your part of the world, but I think I got it all covered there. So I will be ending stream now. Thanks everyone for hanging out. See you next time.